A lot of us know about the two pillars of health. Those are the good nutrition and exercise. But there are only a few of us, those who know about the third pillar, that is sleep. It is the sleep during when our body detoxifies itself. At the daytime, when we are awake, our body produces a lot of waste products as a result of metabolism. These waste products are toxic to the human body. When we sleep, our body starts to expel these waste products so that they cannot stay and create disease. This is among the vast amount of benefits that proper sleep can bring to us. Hi, I am Dr. Ridwan, and today I am going to describe the major benefits of proper sleeping, and also I will tell you about how to fall asleep as quickly as possible without taking any kind of medications. We are quite literally having our brains washed every night. Neuroscientists have now produced a fascinating video that shows this nocturnal pulsing process in action. Waves of watery cerebrospinal fluid flow over our brains. This latest study shows cerebrospinal fluid pulsing rhythmically while we are sleeping, and at the same time clearing out any toxins that should not be building up inside of our heads. It is believed that the flow of cerebrospinal fluid increases 20-folds when we are sleeping. Lack of sleep increases the production of a toxic protein called beta amyloid in the brain that is associated with Alzheimer's disease. Our brain is constantly receiving information through the sensory organs like eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin, but it does not keep all the information. It selectively keeps those information intact, only which we are going to use later on. The process of turning these temporary memories into permanent ones happens when we are asleep. So if you are a student and want to improve your performance in the class, you better sleep at night rather than studying the whole night. Because what good is an information if you cannot recall it? 1 extra hour of sleep per night appears to decrease the risk of coronary artery calcification, an early step down the path to the cardiovascular disease. A research team based at the University of Chicago Medical Center reports in December 2008. The benefit of 1 hour of additional sleep was comparable to the gains from lowering systolic blood pressure by 70 mm of mercury. 1 hour more of sleep decreased the estimated odds of calcification by 33%. Those who sleep less than 5 hours have 27% more risk of developing cardiovascular disease than those who sleep 7 to 8 hours have only 3% risk. Proper sleeping improves your immunity. For example, if you have taken a flu shot but you haven't slept adequately for last 1 week, then your body will produce only half the antibodies than that it should have. Fewer antibodies mean less protection against disease-causing organisms. Also, studies have found that after 1 night of less than 5 hours sleep, there has been a 70% reduction of the production of natural killer cells. Natural killer cells seek and destroy the cancer cells. American Society of Cancer has declared the shift work that involves circadian rhythm disruption as one of the carcinogens. Carcinogen means something that causes cancer, and circadian rhythm means the body's biological clock that controls the sleep and awake cycle. A disruption in the biological rhythm may happen by the night shift working, which often requires one to stay awake the whole night. Ghrelin is a hormone that is secreted by the stomach. The function of ghrelin is to induce hunger in human body. Studies have shown that lack of sleep can increase the sensitivity and production of ghrelin, making you hungrier. As a result, you will take more food, which can lead to obesity. If you are on a diet but you are not sleeping enough, then there is more chance that you will lose muscles than fat. Lack of sleeping can in fact cause you to lose 75% of lean body mass, as your body will start to digest the protein, sparing the fat. For better result with dieting, you should always consider proper sleep as part of the plan. When you are not sleeping enough, your body goes into the stress mode. And when your body is in stress mode, it releases a stress hormone called the cortisol. Raised level of cortisol in the body for a long time can cause moderate to severe damages. It can cause obesity, poor skin, hair loss, early aging, and decreased in insulin sensitivity. A shift in the time of sleeping and decreased sleeping can make a person pre-diabetic as early as within 2 to 3 weeks. A good night's sleep improves the insulin sensitivity. So if you are a diabetic, you should never compromise with the sleeping duration and timing. Testosterone is a very important hormone for reproduction and general health of men. A man sleeping only 5 to 6 hours a night has shown a level of testosterone that is similar to the level of a person who is 10 years older. Decreased level of testosterone is directly related to ill health, impotency, and decreased musculature. On the other hand, proper sleep can dramatically improve your testosterone level. A very common question people ask that is how long you can stay without sleeping before noticing any significant deterioration of the mental and physiological ability. Considering a person having no other physiological or mental issues, the time is near about 12 to 16 hours. After that, your body starts to show the sign of what is considered to be similar to a drunken person. That is why driving a car after 16 hours of no sleep is discouraged. These were the major benefits of proper sleeping. There are also other notable benefits like reduction of depression, increase in cognitive function, helping in learning things easily, and improvement in the performance of the athletes, etc. When we investigate the reasons for what we cannot sleep, or why it is difficult for some of us to fall asleep, we find that a significant portion of human population is exposed to the artificial lighting on a regular basis. As the price of electricity has gone down, the use of electricity increased thousandfolds. Our body is programmed to respond to light in a rhythmical fashion. It is called biological rhythm, sometimes also called the circadian rhythm. When the sun goes down, pineal gland in the brain produces a hormone that is called melatonin. Melatonin is a naturally occurring hormone that maintains the circadian rhythm. The artificial lighting confuses the body. It tricks the body into thinking that the day is still on and you need to stay awake. So it will do everything it can to prevent the production of melatonin and cut off your sleeping time without you even noticing it. So for the first sleeping tip, I would like to say that keep every light source as far away as possible. Mere turning off the room light isn't enough. You will also have to turn off your computer, television, or mobile phone. Drinking a glass of milk before bed has shown to be effective as well. Personally, the most effective thing that has worked for me is not sleeping for at least 16 hours before bed. Now some people will say that they can sleep at least for 7 to 8 hours, but the timing isn't right, because they would usually go to bed after 2 am in the night and wake up after 11 o'clock next morning. This is a major shift in the normal sleep cycle and bad for your health. I recommend that you go to your bed 15 minutes earlier than the previous night for every night until you have corrected the timing to a desired point. There is a secret military technique that has been used for decades which is claimed to help anyone fall asleep in just 2 minutes. The method is detailed in the book Relax and Win, which was first published in 1981. The 4-step method is reportedly used by the US Army to help them get some shut-eye during situations that aren't so coming, such as on battlefields, and ensure soldiers don't make mistakes due to tiredness. These 4 steps are: number 1, relax all the muscles in your face, including tongue, jaw, and the muscles around the eyes. Number 2, drop your shoulders as far down as they will go, followed by your upper and lower arm, one side at a time. Number 3, breathe out. Relax your chest, followed by your legs, starting from thighs and working down. Number 4, spend 10 seconds trying to clear up your mind. If you cannot clear up your mind, just keep saying, don't think, don't think, don't think for at least 10 seconds. This technique needs to be practiced for at least 1 month to perfect it. The next technique is a simple one which requires you to take a book that you think is very boring and very difficult to understand and keep reading it and try to make sense out of it. It works like a magic. After reading it for 20 minutes, people tend to fall asleep. For most people, the book usually is something related to mathematics, but if you love mathematics, it may not work for you. And on the contrary, it may keep you awake for late night. Lastly, I have a trick of my own to fall asleep quickly, which is what I am going to share now. The basis of the trick is to make your brain tired by doing meaningless stuff repeatedly but carefully. For this trick to work, you must first turn off your lights and make the room go completely dark. You must not have any breathing difficulties like acute breathlessness or stuffed nose. If you have any of such conditions, then make sure you have taken your medications. Now, close your eyes and relax. Imagine you are in a room and there is a whiteboard in front of you. Take the marker pen and draw a circle on the left side. Then draw another circle on the right side. Now, go to the right upper corner, write the number 1. Fill up the circles one after another completely with your marker pen. Be careful about not to draw outside the circular lines. After you finish filling up the circles, erase both of the circles and the number that you wrote above. Repeat the whole process, but this time write 2 on the upper right corner instead of 1. When I first started, it took me at least 50 repetitions, but after practicing for a week, I can now fall asleep before finishing the 10th time. That's it for today. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you find it useful, then don't forget to subscribe my channel and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.